Rip that off. Let's rip this whole thing down. Anyway, here we go. So I don't know, 40 hours in, maybe one day. What's one day plus 12 hours? 36, almost 36 hours. No, more than that. I think more than that. Well, anyway, yeah, 36, 40 hours into a 60-hour keto reboot. So really quick, as you're jumping on, have you done a reboot before? Just curious. So this is 60 hours long. It's the best thing I've ever found. I do this so I don't have to be so regimented constantly on my eating plans. Like it gives me a lot of flexibility. So this is pretty amazing. If you've ever done it before, it's pretty cool. You get a nice little kit. Mine's about half gone because I'm using it. And then you get the option to eat or not. And what I mean by that is you can go 24 hours and go with your first meal. You can go 36 hours, you can go 48 hours, or you can go for the full 60 hours. The idea behind this is to let your body rest and recover, repair. Also, you're going to learn about how like you emotionally are attached to food, but you're still in ketosis the whole time. So you're really protecting your body. It's an unbelievable kit. It's just awesome. This is by far been we revamped the kit a handful of months ago. And this is by far the easiest one I've ever done, because let's be honest, like if you're not going to eat it, kind of can suck sometimes. But you don't have to. That's the cool thing, is that we get to reboot your way. So someone to go live with me, not in the moment. Sipping drinks in the woods. Yes, if you jump back on the reboot wagon this weekend, that's awesome. Sipping drinks. I like that handle. That's pretty cool. So the really cool thing is a few benefits that I've noticed. So I've been doing this. I've done 50, 60. I don't know how many reboots. I've been in a lot of them. And what's interesting, when you're doing a reboot, like I said, there's an emotional attachment to food. Sometimes people don't realize that attachment to food. So when you're on a health journey and you're emotionally attached to food, it can make your journey really tough. It can make it really challenging. So this kit basically helps taper down the overall appetite. It elevates your ketone levels. So with elevated ketone levels, you get increased focus, mental clarity, energy. You just feel really good. And what I really like about this kit is that you're not getting that excessive bowel movement effect during cleanses. What's up, Derek Smallman? Hey, I never heard of you coming over. Are you coming out to Dallas with me? Let me know. Give me a shout if you're coming to Dallas. What's up, Cisco? What, dude? Everybody say hi to Francisco. I think that's who it is. Disco Cisco, man, in the house. But anyway, this has been great because I'm a big fan of, I like to eat. I like food. I eat a lot of protein. I like to work out. And I'm like, should I really go that many days without food? And what I found is, even though I like to work out, even though I like food a lot, taking that break every once in a while really helps me out. It helps reset my system. It helps give me a rest. It gives me appreciation for food. Yes, Derek, text me, buddy. We got to chat. Logistics, but my appreciation for food. So I really like this. Now, I don't do this all the time. I do it at max once a month. We have some people that will do it more than once a month. I like to say people that are more unhealthy or maybe more really obese or have a lot of weight to lose could do it more often. You just don't want to get in a pattern of always not eating. You got to eat food. Food's the fuel, man. You got to put it in your body to get strong. But one of my favorite products is right here. And I think this was Derek. Derek, were you the one that asked me for these? I think he did. I found this in my box. So I will save this for you, but this is a Keto Pro. And I'm a little biased. My name is also the Keto Pro, one of them. So I'm a little biased, but this is our keto protein. And this has been a big change for us recently. We used to use a broth, which the broth is really good. It just didn't bring down my appetite enough, where I felt like I was always in a fight for food. And I hate that. Like, especially when you have 4 kids at home, you're running an international business, you got life going on, you got everything happening. Focused on food all the time kind of sucks. It's not pleasant. I know you should say, Dustin, suck it up and stop whining. But this really tapers my appetite down, so I can just focus on my life. And now I don't have to eat. I promise you, it saves you a lot of time. So what's up, Washington? Tammy's in the house. So, and one of my new additions to this is this flavor here. But it's really simple. Like, if you think about your iPhone, which I'm using right now, you need to reset it, right? Every once in a while, you have to do a soft reset. Sometimes you have to do a hard reset. So I like to say this is that our iFast for 5 days is like a soft reset. You're basically trying to turn the system down, let it kind of flush out some of the crap out of your iPhone or your cell phone or your computer so that it can run more optimal. And then every once in a while, you have to do a hard reset. And that's what I call the 60-hour key reboot. It's like it's resetting it. The problem I have is there's a lot of cleanses out there that actually aren't really giving you the reset that you're looking for. They're actually causing excessive stress on the human body, and we don't want to do that. Your body naturally knows how to cleanse and detoxes itself. We just want to encourage you to be better at that and give it a break. But we also want you to feel good. We want you to be able to go live your life at the same time. And that's what we've done over the last, 6 years, 5 years since we started the fasting protocols with ketones. And so it's pretty remarkable for me. I am on a goal for the month of July to drop 10 pounds for the month of July. I'm over halfway there. I got a week left, so I'll be just fine. But I'm over halfway there, and this is a nice little accelerator for me because I will drop probably an extra pound to a pound and a half over the last 2 days. Now the scale will show me more. The scale is going to show me dropping maybe 3 or 4 pounds, but the reality is I probably only going to drop. Let's say I burn 3,000 calories. I can almost get 2 pounds. There's 3,500 calories in a pound of fat. Does anybody know that? Did anybody know how many calories in a pound of fat is? There's 3,500 calories in a pound of fat. I did work out yesterday. Today I'm going to go on a long walk. I will work out tomorrow when I come off my fast. And even on the day I come off, I don't eat a lot of food because when you come off a fast, you don't typically need to pound a lot of food. So 3,500 calories. So if I burn 3,000 in a day as a pretty active male, then I'm going to burn nearly a pound of fat, especially when I'm in this really good fat burning mode. So I'll burn nearly a pound of fat on the first day and nearly a pound of fat on the second day. So I'll probably burn almost 2 pounds of fat. I'll probably get the third pound or the 2.5 pounds by the end of Wednesday because I won't be eating a lot. By Thursday, I'll be back in my full eating like I normally do. And because I'm trying to drop some body fat, I'm a little bit less calories, eating a little tighter than I normally would. So just kind of give you guys a perspective. Sometimes you see people do a reboot and they're like, I lost 10 pounds. They just dumped a lot of crap out of them. That's what they did. They dumped a lot of waste. And that's okay. That's good. That's part of the reset and getting your body healthier. But the actual fat burning mode there's a limitation to how much you can burn at one given time because your body can utilize so much energy at once. So you'd have to go run a marathon or something if you want to burn more than that. It's insane when you think food calories versus fat calories burned. Yeah, it's cool because so when you get to ketones have about 5 per gram. So ketones burn more than carbs and sugars, with fat's the highest when it's ingested. So anyway, it's pretty neat stuff. Yeah, so that's all I got to say. So anyway, who's doing the reboot with me? If you are, give me a shout out. Let me know. Send me a result. If you have a testimonial, if you feel better, if you're feeling good. Most people notice in the reboot, they notice more energy, more focus, better mood, better sleep. They notice some leaning out and fat burning. Somebody just commented, only 1 pound. Wow. It's simple. What happens is that people want to or expect to lose a successive amount of weight. I will lose probably 5 or 6 pounds on the reboot, but I probably will only lose 2 to 2.5 pounds of fat on the reboot. That's important because what happens is your weight your gut has bacteria in it. When you don't eat food, it doesn't fill up as much. You don't have to eliminate as much. It does, some things come out there because your body's getting rid of waste, but your bowels are emptied and you have waste inside of you that adds up as weight, right? These are kind of simple concepts. Also, I'll be deeper in a state of ketosis, meaning that I'm going to be wasting out excessive fluid that my body doesn't need. Maybe my knee's a little swollen. Well, it'll be less swollen after the reboot. So that's less weight because that water and that fluid has been released out of my body. So if I go back to normal eating, my bowels are going to fill up to a certain level. So that'll add up a little bit of weight. My body might hold a little bit water differently, especially depending on what I eat. So this is why the scale can really screw people up, is that they're like, I lost all this weight and I gained it back. I can literally, in one night, I can go to bed tonight. I can eat a certain type of food. I can wake up tomorrow being 9 pounds heavier than I was this morning. I know that, so it doesn't surprise me when that happens. I don't freak out because I know it happened, right? So this is important because when people are on their weight loss or health journey, They let a scale dictate it, and they don't understand the mechanisms of what's all happening. What's up, Australia? We should talk today. I'm going crazy. Derek, buzz me when we're done, when I'm off. I'll be around. But with that said and done, 60-hour keto reboot, it's on. It's on like Donkey Kong. If you haven't done this with us, drop down the reboot down below and let's do a reboot, man. Let's do this thing because it is a game changer if you really want to change your health. And changing your health isn't just about what you eat. It's about how you think. It's about how you make decisions. It's about what you eat. It's about what you take. It's about how you move your body. It's about how you sleep. It's all of those aspects, and that's what matters the most. So that's why there is no one diet that will ever work for everybody. It does not exist anywhere in the world, ever. You have to create a lifestyle that you're ultimately willing to do. So with that said and done, cheers. I'm out here. Can your body weight fluctuate if you stay in flight or fight? Yeah, of course it can. She said, or he or she said, can your body weight fluctuate if you stay in flight or fight? Yes. I'm going to give you a couple examples. Has anybody ever heard of the breakup diet? I'm waiting to see if anybody heard of it. Anybody ever heard of the breakup diet? So stress, so flight or fight means that your body's under high amounts of alert or stress, right? So they can do two things. One, initially, it can actually drive down appetite. It can cause people to not eat very much. Their heart rate's racing all the time. Their metabolism is actually being stimulated in some levels. Their heart rate, maybe the normal average heart rate, it runs around 80 a day, and they're running at 120, and they're burning more calories because they're just literally in a panic all the time. So that can be happening when somebody goes through high levels of stress. They can lose a lot of weight under high levels of stress. Doesn't mean it can make them healthy. It means that they lost a lot of weight. Potentially, they're going to lose some muscle mass in that journey too. But then you have the flip side of that, where people are under high amounts of stress. Their cortisol level, stress hormone, stays high all the time. Well, it causes a reverse effect where it drives down testosterone, has an impact on other cortisol, or your cortisol levels are already high, higher impact on blood sugar, on other hormones, and then you start to store fat rapidly at the same time. So when you look at, does it fluctuate when you're in flight or fight? Yes. Will it be substantial really quickly? Probably not. Minimal. And then it becomes chronic. It becomes more sustainable over time. So I hope that answers your question. My mom, actually, ironically, my mom says a lot in the world, but one of her favorite things to use as anti-stressor is ketones. So she drinks her ketones to help reduce her stress. It's kind of funny. I don't know where my ketone packs went. Anyway, I got a 10-day I'm dropping. Anybody want a 10-day ketones? 10 servings. But anyway, she drinks her ketones as a way to kind of calm herself down. So when a client goes to the hospital or whatever else, she drinks them and it just brings her back down into a normal range. So that makes them really, really valuable for that. If people under high amount of stress, usually I wouldn't recommend this at that point. I would say, let's get ketones in your system. Let's get you managing your life a little bit. Maybe implement a soft reset like the iFast, where it's not crazy over the top. When people are at flight or fight all the time, you don't want to necessarily change everything really fast, because what happens is they never find a normal. They constantly are bouncing from one thing to the next, and usually they get further from their goals. So just consistent drinking ketones will help get them in a better place, do some eye fasting, and then set themselves up for a reboot when that time comes. So I'm not sure who Kat Kent wants to go live with me, and I'm not going to accept it. So I don't know who you are. Sorry. Anyway, I got to go. I think my little girl's waking up. Cheers, y'all. Angela, hey, we got to talk still, by the way. Angela, we got to talk.